All right. Take 4 is unreal. Hey, perfect in weakness. You are first one back in here. Very nice. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. We'll give it just a minute here, guys, for people to get in. Again, if we continue to have issues, just know that just give it a minute and I will get back on. We're already 4 times already. Well, that one lasted a little over 9 minutes that time, so not too bad, right? Hang in there. We're with you. Thank you. I appreciate that, Adam Max. It's just, it's annoying, especially now when I know what the issue is. Hey, Asif, how we doing? He says, I'm back. Thank you very much for that donation. I do appreciate it. So anyway, so I wanted to get back to this real quick because I do jump around because that's the Gemini in me. I touch my face. So somebody was talking about, oh my God, he's always touching his face and, with the coronavirus and blah, blah, blah. And again, I'm in my home. So I don't care if I touch my face in my home. Now, if I'm out in public, and if I have to go to a gas station or wherever I'm going, I'm wearing gloves. And guess what? I'm very conscious about not touching my face when I have those gloves on. And when I take those gloves off, then I touch my face again because then I'm in my controlled environment, which is my car. But I will not pump gas, touch a door handle, go into the grocery store without the gloves on, and stuff like that too. So just putting it out there for you guys. All right, so we're going to talk about New Jersey for a second. So we're going to jump right into that. A nursing home in New Jersey with 94 residents, okay? 24 of the 94 residents have tested positive for the virus. They're treating it as though every resident in the facility is positive. So that's how they're treating it, right? Out of the staff, 12 of the staff members are home with respiratory symptoms. Now, I want you to think about that, okay? So you have this nursing home, which is a very confined environment with nursing homes, okay? And out of 94 residents, 24 of the 94 have already tested positive, and 12 of your staff members are sick. Now, I'm going to tell you what. Having worked in nursing homes a lot in my nursing career, they are short-staffed on a good day. Okay, if they have 12 of their staff members right now home sick with possibly having the virus, that is a nightmare waiting to happen. Because again, I was reading a tremendous amount of information today. The hospitals are already getting overwhelmed. Okay, they're already getting, especially in New York, they're already getting overwhelmed, and this thing is really just starting. Cuomo has stated that he thinks it'll reach its peak in 3 weeks, 21 days, and then it might start going down. That's according to the statistics that they have, okay? I think that's being hopefully optimistic, in my opinion. We don't know how bad the spread is. Again, in the entire country, now we're up to a total of 400,000 people tested. Now, yesterday alone, they tested 75,000 people, I guess, in the whole country. But again, they need to get on that. Heroic Waffles, Bill, that's correct. I live in the town. All 94 are positive. It's okay. Hold on a second. It's 15. As of 15 minutes ago, same town the mobile Corona Center is going to be. Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, and thank you for sharing that information as well. So as of 15 minutes ago, all of them are positive. So there you have every resident in that nursing home is positive. All right. And the staff is sick as well. So now my question would be, who has been interacting in and out of the nursing home? People, because they probably hadn't shut that down yet, or who knows. But people have been coming in and out. The staff is coming in and out. How many other staff members are going to end up sick? I mean, it's a nightmare waiting to happen. And I think you're going to see more and more nursing homes have the same type of situation happen, because you have your the UK, India, Pakistan, and New Zealand are all on lockdown. Mrs. T just said that. Yeah, I knew India had just done it. 1.3 billion people, and they just locked the whole country down. Asif, hold on a second. I want to see what he had to say. Now try and tell me it's not airborne with a straight face. Exactly. I agree with you 100%. I've been saying it's airborne for quite a while. Law and Order Prepper, Dr. Bricks at the White House said that we should expect the virus to hit us in 3 waves during the news conference today. Wow. I did not know that. I know that they're planning on this being a long, drawn-out event, which tells me that it may settle down and then jump back up. It definitely fully anticipated getting back, amping up next fall, which is scary if you think about that. And again, it's... my mom gets sick every year, guys, every single year. She was sick for like 3 months straight this year. Where's that nursing home? That was in New Jersey, Kat. That was in New Jersey where that happened. But again, these things are going to continue to happen. And again, I talked about it the other day. What about the elderly communities down in Florida? I want you to think about that. You got a lot of older people down in Florida, and older people are more susceptible to getting it than anybody else. Anybody can get it, okay? Just so you know, anybody can get it. But when you're talking about your older population that's compromised, that has medical issues and underlying medical issues, they're definitely much, much more vulnerable. Hey, Baroness. Yeah, Trump now thinks we should be back to normal. Yeah, I know. It's just... I don't think that's realistic. I really don't. And I said that the other day. And I'm not a Trump hater. I don't hate Trump. I think overall, I think he's done a good job. He may have dropped the ball on this. He's been maybe given misinformation. I think he's trying to keep people calm and not having people losing their minds. But I think it's kind of too late. I think people are really starting to lose their minds as our numbers in the U.S. continue to skyrocket. New York City, guys, it's going to get a lot worse down there, and I feel bad for the people down there. And just so you know, my stepson lives in New Jersey with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend works in New York City. Now, I talked to him yesterday, and he told me that the girlfriend's now at home, working from home, and one of the girls in her office, after everybody was sent home, did end up testing positive later on for the virus. That's scary because that's close to home. Those are people that I care about and that I love. I helped raise that boy. So, he's my child. I don't care if he's my stepson. He's my boy. So, I don't want to see nothing bad happen to him at all. 45 said Easter to set off the media. Well, I don't know. I don't know what the whole thing is. 211 officers in New York test positive. Wow. Lucy, thank you for that information. Yeah, I knew that like 1,000 police officers called in sick. So, and again, think about this, guys. When they bring in the military troops, those guys can get sick too. They can catch that infection as well. It's not like they're immune to it. So, you're going to see a lot of people sick. My mom's nursing home has no cases yet. Artie Franklin just said that. Well, I'm happy to hear that. And hopefully it stays that way. Info Elephant Salon and Spa said, I heard 3,000 called in sick. It wouldn't surprise me, to be honest with you. Those guys are all, and ladies, are all on the front lines. The police officers are out there every day. Officers were tested positive in Philadelphia too. Lisa Hoffner just said that. Yeah, like I said, guys, it does not surprise me in the least. I see we're up to 1.4 in the chat, guys, and we're at 310 on the thumbs up. So if you haven't shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I absolutely would appreciate that, and thank you ahead of time. Also, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon as well to get all notifications. So, structure silver versus, hold on a second. Let me just see. Let me see. Colloidal silver structured is pH balance. I'm going to tell you. So let's talk about that a second. Let's talk about hedging our bets with the situation it's going. I think you're going to see the economy is already going to. It's already on the way down. It's going to tank. The last 2 days, the stock market's gone up. I don't think that's going to continue to do that. And with the economy the way it's going, the unemployment numbers are going to jump through the roof. I think you're going to see the stock market continue to go down. That is my opinion. Okay. We can't continue to sustain things the way that they are with people not working, people not out spending money and doing those type of things. So there's a lot of issues involved with the whole thing. But, with everything that's going on, people say, well, silver and gold. Okay, well, I believe you should have some silver on hand. Yes. Don't put everything you have into silver I wouldn't put anything into gold. That's just my opinion. Gold is too hard to get rid of. And so let's just say now, I know that silver is literally right now, I think about $13 an ounce, I believe. It could be less, could be a little bit more. But let's say gold or silver is, let's call it $15 an ounce, okay? Well, gold is $1,500 an ounce. So I can buy, for that $1,500, I can buy 100 ounces of silver, or I buy 1 ounce of gold. Silver is going to be much more tradable and workable in a situation. Junk silver is the way to go, in my opinion. Now, having said that, you cannot eat silver and gold, okay? So there you go. So now Patrick, I could jump in on, you can't eat or drink silver and gold. Exactly. You cannot eat silver and gold. So to me, it is important to have some silver, but it's more important to me to have commodities that I have that are tradable, things that I can use to help me survive. That's much, much more important. Hey, Matthew Kelly. Hold on a second. I want to see what you said. I'm essential personnel. Is this stimulus for all taxpayers under 75K or just those who are out of a job or unemployed? Thanks for keeping up the good work. It's for anybody that makes under 75,000. And thank you for that donation as well. Yeah, so as long as you're making less than 75,000 a year, you will get a check if you're working or not. It's for everybody that's, paying into the system, if you will, is what the way that they're doing it. Okay, so that's how they're doing that. Plus, if you don't have money for it, buy food. Exactly. Food's got to be first, guys. Food and water, a way to purify water. They'll have to be the priorities. Oh, I wanted to let you guys know too, since we're up to 1.6 in the chat. I figure I'll let you guys know this now. Tuesday, and between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m., just so you know, Asif, 75K single, 150K for a couple. Okay, yep. So thank you for that information. And thank you for the donation as well. Tuesday, the 31st, I will be on Coast to Coast. It's a talk radio show. And I will be on there with the host between 3 and 5 o'clock in the morning. It's a 2-hour segment. So if you are interested, please come and check that out and listen to us on there. Prepper Chris 1, isn't the country, hold on a second. I want to make sure I read your comment. Isn't the country going to shut down again in the summer? Oh, you know what? I don't even know if it's going to be opened up anytime soon, to be honest with you. What about those on Social Security who did not file taxes? You know what? I don't have the answer for that. But what I saw, what I read, it said anybody who filed a tax return. That's what I saw with what I read. So I don't know for sure exactly please post link. When I get the information, when they give it to me, I will put it up. So, but that's going to be next Tuesday is when I'm going to be on that. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be, prepper related stuff, obviously. So definitely check that out next Tuesday. This should be a lot of fun. And the lady said to me, it was so funny, and you guys will get a kick out of this. She goes, well, do you have enough material where you'll be able to talk for 2 hours? And I laughed and I said, listen, I said, I could talk prepping and living off grid all day long. So, yeah. So, but should we still make supply runs? You know what? Absolutely. I still think you should make supply runs if you can. But if you are going out to make a supply run and you're going into the grocery stores, and if you're going out to, hardware stores or wherever you're going, gloves, mask, eye protection. Protect yourselves before you get out of your car. Put all that stuff on. Okay. You go do what you got to do. You get what you need to get. You get it in the car, and then you get those freaking gloves off first. Okay. Get that mask off and all that stuff at that point. But protect yourselves. If you have to go out and you want to get supply runs, protect yourselves. That's absolutely very important. VA disability gets half. SYD just said that. Okay. When do you think school will get back in session? Well, Landon, I know that like my daughter for the rest of the semester, which would be May, she is going to be online only. So Baroness will go off a person's SS and if End of their last statement. Okay. You know what? I wasn't sure how that worked. So maybe they will get one if you're on SSI or something like that. So, Soren 22, are you going to finish the bottle of Patron? Oh, okay. I got to tell you about the bottle of Patron again. So here's the thing with my sister gave me the empty bottle. I use it for coins. That's coins in there that you see in there. It's not alcohol. I went to the liquor store and priced it out just to see what it would cost. Can you make us a reminder in the video, please? Oh, about the show? I will. I'll let you guys know. When it gets closer to next Tuesday, I definitely will talk about it again. I'll make sure I get the link from them so that I can post it so you guys know. Red Wolves 2015. Hey, Ed, how many people do you think are infected by attending Mardi Gras in our prison system? I have been taking multivitamin every day to boost my immune system. All right, well, first of all, thank you very much for that donation. I think that a lot of people that went down to Mardi Gras are probably going to be sick because you're talking about a lot of people jammed together in that period of time. It really is going to depend on how many sick people were there at that time. Again, those are the unknowns, people that were asymptomatic that were walking around and stuff like that. So, I have no idea. Hopefully, and I know that some of the prisoners in different prisons have already tested positive as well. So that's kind of scary as well. Herd immunity versus flattening the curve. What do I say? What they're trying to do is get ahead of it. Hold on one second. Baroness, only those on SSD and SS retirement, but not SSI. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for that information. And thank you both for the donation. They're flattening the curve. They're trying to get the rate of infection below where it is now. To beat a pandemic, you need to be below 1. So, like if you are at 1 and then new infections per that person is only 0.8, you're beating it. That's getting below the curve. Right now, it's 1 in 3 or 1 in 4. So every one person infected is affecting 3 or 4 different people right now, which means it is just continuing to spread like crazy. Okay, so that's kind of scary. Now I want to get back to the bottle of Patron. So it's an empty bottle. It's got coins in there. There's no alcohol in there. All right. I went to the liquor store when I stopped and picked up some more preps and priced it out just for fun to see how much it cost for a bottle of Patron. It was like $50. I was like, oh my God. So I've never had it. So I've never had Patron, but yeah, that's expensive. $50 for a bottle. So that's kind of crazy. So yeah. And no, I did not buy one. So yes, but people are not cooperating with the quarantine. Antonio just said that. You know what? You're right. They're not. And that's the problem. So I think you're going to see them amp up. Beware of cabin fever as well. Keep busy if you can. JJ just said that, which is very good advice. Again, guys, take time to study stuff, read, get out there, get those gardens going. No excuses on the gardens. Rachel Songbird, have a 5. Oh, thank you very much, Rachel. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for that donation. Again, guys, there's no excuses now at this point in time not to get out there and get those gardens going. Obviously, up here in New York, if you're trying to get an outside garden, we don't plant to the end of May up here in New York. So because of the, we never know when that last snow is coming. But it's just a matter. It's just a matter of getting things started, get your seeds going, see it works. It's time to practice on that. But I think that it's really important that you put in the biggest gardens that you ever have before, because if this thing is prolonged and we have a prolonged event, it's going to get a lot worse, and it's going to be very, very scary. Okay. So I see we're up to 1.9 in the chat, guys. We're at 610 on the thumbs up. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do that to show support for the channel, and thank you ahead of time. Also, please make sure if you are not subscribed to the channel that you do subscribe, and also hit that bell icon to get all notifications as well. All right. I want to talk about a couple things real quick again with my website. We have the Prepper Nurse 1 community on my website at preppernurse1.com. Hey, Gideon 454. Hold on a second. Any politician that didn't prepare RE respirators mask after December should be put into epicenter naked teddy bear. I'm a nobody and saw what was on the horizon. They wanted this. You know what? I don't disagree with you on that at all. Hey, Chris, thank you very much also for that donation, but thank you also for that donation. I agree with you. They knew this was coming, and they did not prepare the way that they should have prepared. I've been calling this for quite a while myself, saw it coming, told a lot of people on here, get ready, get ready, get ready. And a lot of you did, which is awesome. And I'm glad that you prepared, because I think this is not going to be a 1 or 2 month thing. I think this is going to be a long drawn out thing. And it's like they said, it's going to come in waves. So I think that's frightening in itself. Huggy Bear TV, getting my garden started now. My channel wasn't a prepping channel until I bugged out. Yeah, I understand that. I do understand that. And thank you very much for that donation as well. I do appreciate that. Okay, so I did talk about New Jersey again in this here earlier in this chat. So if you want to go back and watch that again, but we were talking about the nursing home in New Jersey, where all 94 residents in the nursing home have tested positive for the coronavirus, and 12 of the staff members are home with respiratory symptoms. So I just think that's going to be much, much worse, and a lot more people are going to be affected. But anyway, I want to talk about preppernurse1.com, my website. We have the Prepper Nurse One community there. So go there. It's a great place to network with like-minded people. So if you want to just have somebody to talk to, it is totally free to join. It does not cost anything. We do not ask for credit card information or anything. So if you go in there and you register, and you want to just look at the message boards, that's great. If you want to go in there and look at trying to find somebody to connect with, that's also awesome. Hey Bonnie, old farmer's tale. Hold on a second. Plant potatoes by moonlight on Good Friday. Not sure why, but my family does it. Okay, well, that's very cool. And thank you very much. And let me say your last name here if I even can. Wugaliski. I probably butchered that, and I apologize, but thank you very much for that donation. But again, if you're trying to connect with like-minded people, it's a great resource for that in your state or in your country. Please take advantage of that. It is totally free for you guys. We are still selling the legacy freeze-dried foods as well. That is still going on, okay? There is a wait. You're looking at 30 to 50 days. I just got some things came in today for shipping that just went out. So I got those out for people that have orders in. So things are shipping out, including eggs and milk, okay? So, again, it's going to be first in, first out on these orders, guys. But no, there is going to be a delay on the orders. So if you put an order in today, you're looking at least 30 to 50 days. They're working on things as quickly as they can. The orders that are going out first, being honest, are the 120 bucket meals and higher. Those they have in stock, and they can get those out to you pretty much right away. So just being honest about that, you can get whatever you want, and that's how you can do that, okay? So again, it's on my website, preppernurse1.com. You click on a store, it'll drop down, you see Legacy Foods, and there you go. And again, it does help support the channel if you make a purchase there. The Oracle of Whimsy. Here in LA, crime and food shortages scare me more than the virus. People are running out of money, and there isn't much food on the shelf. Yeah, and that's the biggest thing with this too, guys. Thank you for that donation, and thank you for that information about out in LA. They're talking about, okay, so this stimulus that they're going to be giving everybody, right? $1,200. If they pass this whole thing, gets done tomorrow, you're looking at the end of April before you get your money. So what are you supposed to do? How are you supposed to take care of your family and get food and get supplies and to be able to do things in the meantime if you're living paycheck to paycheck and now you're out of work and maybe you're at one of those jobs where they is that true in LA? I have no idea, Antonio. I have no idea. That's just what that person is saying. Again, any information that I read on here, guys, you have to take it with a grain of salt because I'm not sure if it's true. I haven't done my homework on what somebody's telling me from their area of the country. I'm just repeating what they're saying. So, will we have food shortages or not? Yeah, I think we're absolutely going to have food shortages. Absolutely. Hey, Jim Phone. Hello, Ed. As a 7-year Army vet and a 30-year state trooper, I salute your service and what you're doing. Keep it up, sir. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I mean, you guys, as a police officer and stuff like that, I mean, those guys are out there, everybody, risking their life every single day. And now with this virus, I want you to think about this. A normal person on an everyday basis is coming into contact with how many people? Quite a few. When you're a police officer, especially like New York City or a state trooper and stuff like that, you're coming into contact with a tremendous amount of people every single day, way more than the average citizen is. So their chances of getting the virus are much, much greater than the average person. So take that into consideration. I'll tell you what, and this is what I find interesting. A lot of times people hate the police. They hate the police until they need the police. Then they love the police. You know what? I look at it this way. Are there good cops and bad cops? Of course there are. Okay. But you know what? I think most of the cops out there are doing their job, and that's what they do. You know, I don't think that they're looking to jam people up on purpose. I've dealt with a lot of cops in my time. I'm telling you what, state troopers, sheriffs, town cops, you name it. I've dealt with them. Okay. And a lot of times, and I will tell you this, respect goes a long way. You treat people with respect, you get respect back. I found that to be a very, very true statement. And if you're not looking to be a jerk, they're not going to be a jerk either. I talked to one state trooper one time, guys, and he had told me, we had a conversation. We're talking when I got swatted, right? We had this conversation and we were talking, and he says, basically the way it goes is, if a person, because I asked him, I go, why do people act like such jerks? And he goes, we will take it to whatever level they want to take it to. And that's what you need to remember. And you're going to lose in that situation. So, you know, that's, thank you, every farmer and grocery store worker out there, North Shore Preparedness. Yeah, absolutely. These are the people that are, you know, guys, I'll tell you what, without farmers, we got nothing. And the smaller farmers, the small business farmers, they're really important as well. And if you can support your local farms that way, you know, if they have, you know, produce stands and stuff like that, I always go there first when, you know, in season. That's where I always go. Guys, I see we're at 1.9 in the chat. We're only at 760 on the thumbs up so far tonight. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I absolutely would appreciate it. And thank you ahead of time. And thank you for that. And again, if you're not subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. And make sure you hit that bell notification as well to get all notifications. So right now we're at 8:43. Again, I'm going to go to 20 after again tonight, guys, if this thing stays on, hopefully this time, because this is take 4. So hold on a second. Let's see what that person said. Prepper Nurse, you predicted literally this pandemic in one of your videos on August 22nd, 2017. Well, you know what? Again, it was definitely on my top 5. I definitely saw, because of world travel, the number of people that we have in the world right now. Prepper Chris 1, hold on a second. Member towns used to be ringed by local farmers. Yeah, they used to be. Yep. Remember, I think he's saying remember. Yeah, towns used to have farmers. Like where I'm at here, we got a lot of farmers out here. And I think it's important to support them locally. But so hold on a second. But yeah, you know, I always had it in my top 5 that a pandemic was definitely very, very high on the list. Might have been my top 3, to be honest with you, because of the number of people that we have in the world. Viruses get out, they spread like crazy. And because of our travel all over now, I said it would be something really, really bad when it happens. And unfortunately, it's looking like this is the one. So, but does anyone know of a good ham radio? Happy Elf just said. I'm going to leave that up to you guys if you want to answer that in the chat for her. What is a good ham radio? I mean, I know Bofang has their ones, but they're kind of cheaper. So if somebody has some other advice for her, please, you know, make sure you say that in the chat for her. They are making it easier to feel calm now by calming to have. Oh, hold on a second. To feel calm now by calming to have control. Stay awake. It can be hard. Here's something I want to really reiterate to you guys. With those of us that are preppers that have been doing this for a while, that are ready. A lot of you are newer preppers that are just waking up, and that's fine too, okay? It's very good that you are. Hold on a second, guys. I just want to. Pam, USDA offers funding for high tunnels greenhouses. Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. That's pretty neat. Donna Smith, in the bill, unemployed workers, gig workers, self-employed contractors can get unemployment. Tell everyone to file ASAP. Supposedly payment will be enhanced. Oh, very, very good. And thank you for that information. L. Gibson, wow, that just got me. Take 4. Not direction problems, I hope. No, you know what? I know what, I'm pretty sure I know what the problem is, and it's going to be addressed, just so you guys know. And I'm not going to say it on here because I don't want to encourage other idiots to do the same thing. So that's why. So, but anyway, it's definitely not my internet. It's definitely nothing to do with my equipment at my home. It has nothing to do with that, and I don't believe that it is YouTube either. So just putting that out there. But oh, here comes somebody to say hi. You're gonna do like Eddie used to do with AB.
Yeah, there's Abel.
He's the runt. He's the baby, and he is the loud kitty.
He's been crying to go outside, but somebody does not care and has not let him out.
I didn't even hear him crying.
He's been crying.
Has he?
Here, there's another person I had to show.
Oh yeah, we got to show Mama.
And so, this is Abel's mom.
That's the mommy.
This is Molly.
That's Miss Molly. She's a little bitty girl. I can't believe she ended up having 5 kittens. It's unbelievable that she had 5 kittens.
She's adorable.
But she is fixed now, because once we got her domesticated, we went and got her fixed. So, and there's obviously Miss Heather, as you guys are all seeing.
Nobody cares about them. Cares about me. They only care about the cats.
They only care about the cat.
Look how cute Molly is.
She is a cutie. But anyway.
So it doesn't shake everything, because he gets all frustrated when they can't shake it.
Chi-Town Mountain, hold on a second. What is your opinion on using colloided silver or colloided copper for sanitizer for hands and face? Copper alloys have been proven most effective for killing viruses. You know what? Again, whatever you use to try to help yourself, I absolutely encourage you to do it. Again, right now, as far as we know, there is no cure for this particular virus. I have said this before. In my opinion, it is a bioweapon that has been released either on purpose or by accident. It is something that has been enhanced. So that type of weapon is designed to kill. So that's... Oh, no, Ed, you missed a joke. You said you didn't read the directions. Oh, I didn't read the directions. Okay, so first of all, when I was showing you guys earlier, and I will, hold on 1 second. Thank you for that donation as well. Mountain Girl, I encourage farm and friends to prepare a long time ago. Who's nuts now? Oh, I hear, our family and friends. Yes, exactly. Thank you very much for that, Mountain Girl. I do appreciate that. Soren 22. Oh, hold on a second.
For you.
Hold on a second. I want to see. I've got a bottle of Patron for you. Where do I send it? You can send it to my P.O. box, Soren. Thank you. That'd be awesome. And I will try it. I'll try it on air if you send that out. I appreciate that.
And where on your page can they find that?
You can find that on my page. I have my P.O. box down under every description after the video. It's down there. You can see that, but I will say it again. It's P.O. Box 432. It's Dansville, New York, Dansville, and that is 14437. So thank you very much, and yeah, absolutely, I would drink it.
I don't know if I'm going to be a prepper. I don't think I need to be. She don't need to be a prepper, Chris, because she can come right home to Dad. So, Baroness, I think it's purposely released. You know what? It could be. What I want people to understand, a couple things. The economy was not doing all so great like they were said. We were heading for an economic collapse no matter what anyway, because the system that we have was not sustainable. I have to say, what she said was very Machiavellian, since her name was Baroness Machiavelli.
Yes.
If you've ever read The Prince, you know what Machiavelli is.
I do not, because I did not read that. So, but we were headed for an economic collapse. In my opinion, that was one of the things that was in my top thing, was an economic collapse, because what we were doing. Sharon said, I was born in Dansville. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I love it out here. Beautiful, beautiful area out here. It's absolutely gorgeous. Riding my Harley down in this whole area, down by the Finger Lakes and stuff like that, is absolutely gorgeous. It's beautiful riding down through here. So, Heather, don't touch your face. Again, we're home. So it's okay.
I have cat fur all over my hands and all over my face.
Soundthink, the breadlines are coming. You know what? I think we're in for some seriously hard times coming up. I do believe so. You know, I really do, sadly. RC Kev, do you have alcohol or beer in your preps? Of course.
Okay, I'm leaving. And yes, right. Pink Floyd, everyone's noticing the shirt. They're my favorite band. Sounds like Queen and everything. So,
yep. Okay. All right. Bye. All right, goodbye. I love you.
Love you too.
All right. So, but yes, I have alcohol in my preps. I do have beer. I have also liquor as well and that type of stuff. Chi-Town Mountain, they have proven already. Oh, hold on a second. They have proven already that copper kills COVID-19. I had not seen that, so I cannot confirm or acknowledge that, but thank you for that information. Baroness, Heather, I'm really not that Machiavellian. Oh, there you go. And thank you for that donation. I'll tell her afterwards, but that's pretty cool, funny. Somebody said I have that shirt as well. That's cool. You know what, guys? I don't know. Again, as far as I know, the information that I have right now, there is no cure for this virus. If they get some kind of vaccination, you're looking at a year minimum before it is going to be available. So I want you to take that into consideration as well. Unless they absolutely fast track it, and if they absolutely fast track it, you're looking at 6 to 9 months. Okay. So again, we need to be very, very careful about those type of things, what we're saying, what we're, you know, putting out there because of that. Hey, Seabris, thank you very much for that donation. I do appreciate that. Thank you. DI disabled, get checks. Just me, I'm innocent. Okay, well, thank you. You know what? Like I said, I don't have all the particulars of who gets a check. I know that they were saying that if you made $75,000 or more or less, I'm sorry, then you got one. Unknown source. What's the P.O. box? I can send you a pack of beer. Oh, okay. The P.O. box. Thank you very much for the donation. The P.O. box. It's P.O. Box 432. It's Dansville, Dansville, New York 14437. So there's that. Thank you again. Asif, Great Depression squared coming here. I absolutely believe that as well. Thank you for the donation as well. I do appreciate that. I think we're in for some hard times, folks. I think if this thing hits in the waves like they're saying that it could possibly hit in these waves, I think we're in some very, very seriously hard times. I think we're going to see a lot more people pass away from this than they think. What you have to remember, these viruses mutate as well. And this one is something that has been engineered. So don't think it's just going to go away like all the other viruses that happen. I don't believe this one's just going to go away. So, all right, guys, we're at 1.9 in the chat. We're at 950 on a thumbs up. I got to ask again. We got to get it up over 1,000. We need 50 more to get it up over 1,000. So if you have not shot that thumbs up yet to show support for the channel, I do appreciate it if you would do that. Also, if you are not subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon as well to get all notifications. Sorry. Do you think all stores will close? Bonnie, I hope not, because we need to be able to get groceries. We're going to still need to be able to get gas and that type of stuff. So those things, they need to stay open. But I think, again, it depends on how bad things are spreading and how bad it gets. So hold on a second. I wanted to read that. What Smitty said something here. How about the people that die from the hospital accidents, those numbers? Yeah, exactly. Well, let's talk about this too. And I want to get back on this a little bit here as well. This is coming from a nurse and an ER nurse, okay? And a lot of these people that are making statements out there are doing it anonymously because they fear losing their jobs, which I can understand. So she was talking about in the emergency room. So you come into the emergency room and you think you may have the virus. Guess where you're going to sit? You're going to sit in the main emergency room with everybody else that maybe came in there because they broke an ankle or they have other symptoms or having whatever is going on. They're having pain and they don't know what it is, so they're going to have everybody wait in the waiting room. All these people are sitting there with these people that are possibly positive for the virus, and people, you're in close quarters with lots of people. What do you think is going to happen? Ed, check out the show Pandemic. It's becoming real life. I have seen that show. I did. I saw that quite a while ago, and it absolutely everything that they're saying is coming true, which is kind of scary. Death card. I think people from bigger cities will flock to smaller towns just to create chaos. You know what? It's hard to say. It really is. When people are afraid, there's no telling what they're going to do. But I think, again, I think at some point they will really limit travel. I think that's coming. I really do. Especially if things continue to accelerate, if cases continue to grow. Like I said, right now, okay, so how about this one? Spain, supposedly, just surpassed China's death toll as well. Practically practical. Thanks for being awesome, PN1. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, and thank you for that donation as well. Thank you. So Spain has 47,611 cases. They are up to 3,445 deaths with 5,367 people recovered, okay? So now they supposedly, in Spain, which again is another small country, which is not as big as China, they have more deaths than China. Again, and I've said this before, I've never believed the numbers that came out of China. I think there's a lot more dead in China than they ever admitted to. They didn't want to show weakness, and they want to control the narrative. But again, when you see our numbers here in the U.S. continuing to rise, it's going to give you a better idea because we're a larger country. Stephen Toothy 333, I stocked up on Kahlua mudslides, left the girlfriend home for 2 days, and it disappeared. So much for alcohol prepping. That's funny. Yeah, that happens. That happens. Yeah, actually, I like my favorite, actually, if I'm going to drink, is I like White Russians. So I went out and I picked up a nice bottle of Absolute, a big bottle of Absolute, and a big bottle of Kahlua. So, that's what I like. So I've heard that people are flocking to the national parks to hide out. I had not heard that yet, but I think you're going to see a lot of people heading to their bug out locations, going to ground, staying low key if they can. I think you're going to see more and more of that as things continue to get worse here in the United States, which I think that they will. 954 dead in the U.S., somebody just said. Well, the last I saw, the number was 910. That doesn't surprise me that it's going up like that. But, yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all. Thank you to all the front lines and the fellow vets. Yeah, there's a lot of people out there risking their lives. You're talking your firemen, your police officers, you're talking your EMTs, you're talking all your hospital staffs. There's a lot of nurses that are sick right now from this virus. They're risking their lives, my friends, and the doctors as well. People are risking their lives, and I think that people don't realize that. I thought the national parks were closed. Gene just said that. Yeah, but people would sneak in there and camp out. I could see that happening. So, White Russians are yummy. I used to be a bartender. Well, what I also like too, but honestly, you take vodka, grapefruit juice, and orange juice. You use the combination of three. It's called a vodka wedge. That's really good as well. But yeah, White Russians. If I'm drinking liquor, it's White Russians. I like my White Russians. But if I'm drinking beer, it's Labatt's Blue. It's got to be Labatt's Blue. Asif, cases of COVID-19 doubling every 3.5 days in South Carolina. Well, I know that it's like every 2 days in New York, it's doubling. Our numbers are like way above everybody else's. But again, we're doing more testing. There's the problem again, is the testing. Not enough testing is being done. Ed, Dex just got a lockdown order from Adam. Oh, did he? Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, that doesn't surprise me, guys. And again, there's another good source of information for you guys. Marfugel News. He's on the West Coast. I'm over here on the East Coast. Seattle was the beginning where everything happened, obviously, as you guys know. Adam is right there. So go check out Marfugel News. Show him some love. Show him some support. Tell him that Prepper Nurse 1 sent you over if you haven't gone over and done that already. What's Dex? Dex is the guy that works with Adam. So he is the guy that helps him set things up. Dex is actually down in Atlanta. And so he's in Georgia. And I know Atlanta, their cases there are jumping exponentially as well down in that area. This is Becky. My son is. Oh, hold on a second. My son-in-law works in cardiac ICU. There are 6 positive cases in their 50s. They don't have enough masks, so I gave them some of mine. Wow, that's Robert Ickles just said that. Yeah. Oh, but Becky's saying it. Okay. Yeah, that's crazy. It's gonna get really bad out here, guys. I mean, all government agencies? And here's something I want you to think about. Every time we have some kind of disaster, okay, does FEMA absolutely screw everything up? Yes, they do. Every freaking time, okay? Very sad, actually. You would think they would be better organized and more squared away. But when you're dealing with a government agency, there's a lot of bureaucracy. And Chris Weir, you're a nurse. Hold on a second. I want to see what he said there. Let's see. Where was his comment? I lost it. I'm sorry. I don't know what he said. I have no idea what he said. But yeah, it's there's a lot of mismanagement. Balls were dropped everywhere. Okay, they had plenty of time. They knew this was coming. They could have amped things up ahead of time, and they didn't. So now they're all playing catch up. And again, and I really do hate to say this, and I hate to say this because I am not a Cuomo fan at all. I do not like Andrew Cuomo. I hate what he's done for New York State, and and all the stuff that he's done. But he has done a really good job with this crisis with dealing with New York. So I do have to give, I'm always going to give props where props are due. But yeah, he's done a good job, which I hate to admit that because I really don't like the guy. FEMA is a federal execution management agency. Yeah. They're you know what? They've dropped the ball bad on this whole thing. Cuomo is a con artist. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan. Not a big fan of him, but I think he's done a good job with this emergency. I really do. And like I said, I hate to say that. I really do because I really dislike the guy a lot. Takeout limited to bank. Yes, that's another thing, guys. I definitely encourage you not to keep a tremendous amount of money in the bank. If there is some kind of collapse, your money's going to be worth nothing. Especially if it's in the bank and they won't let you get in there to get it out, it's not going to be worth anything. So. What do you think about Trump calling this a hoax? Many people still think this is in Ohio. You know what? And that's the sad thing. I don't know where he was coming from, and I can't speak for the president because I don't know. But I've heard a lot of people say that this is fake, that this is a psych op, and everything else. And I think that's really sad that people do that because it's really poor of them to do that because it doesn't help. It doesn't help the situation at all when you have people doing that type of thing. So I think this virus is out there. There's a lot of people dying from it. I believe it is real. When you're seeing all this information coming out of these hospitals from doctors and nurses and stuff like that, I do get a lot of firsthand information, guys. I absolutely believe that this is real. Okay. Let's see. M just said, thank you for the legacy foods. We bought a bucket from your website. I urge others to buy. I'm in Queens, New York. Yep. Actually, I remember that order. So yes, thank you very much. And I appreciate that. Kyle just said Trump never called the virus a hoax. Okay. Again, I'm just reading comments, guys. So whenever I read a comment that somebody says, that's not me saying it. I'm sharing information that somebody's making in the comments. I'm trying to answer as many comments as I possibly can. Matthew Kelly just said, hold on a second. Trump never called it a hoax. Another thing that is taken out of context. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, because like I said, I did not have that information. So I did not hear him ever say that it was a hoax. But I appreciate you saying that. And thank you for that information. Again, I'm going to encourage you guys a couple things. I'm encouraging you right now, continue to stock up. If you can get freeze-dried food, get them. And I don't care if it's mine, the one that I sell, or if it's Augustin Farms, if it's Mountain House, if it's My Patriot Supply, whatever your flavor is, whatever you like, get that. Get your canned goods. Get your beans and rice if you can get them. Stock up. Get as much food ready as you possibly can. And I don't care who gets on there from the government and says don't hoard and don't stock up too much and leave some for somebody else and blah, 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 blah. Take care of your families, okay? I also encourage you to put in the biggest gardens you have ever put in your life. Once I get a couple things done here, probably mid-April, I'm going to go nuts on this greenhouse, okay? I just want to, you'll see it. I'm going to share all that with you guys. I'm going to get this thing going. I'm going to get the aquaponics going and all that type of stuff, and I'm really looking forward to doing it. I'm looking forward to sharing my triumphs and my tragedies, because I'm sure there's going to be plenty with that, because it's a work in progress. I have never done it before. I've never done aquaponics. I've never done hydroponics before. So it is going to be a learning experience for me as well. Okay, so learn from me, learn my mistakes from me, and when you do it, if you can do it, then you don't make the same mistakes. That's the best part about this. It's a sharing thing, and but we need to be as ready as we possibly can be. If you have a bug out location, I highly encourage you to get there. If you can live on your retreat full time, I encourage you to do that as well. That's why I live here. Okay, that was my goal, was to be at my retreat, continue to work at my retreat, build up my infrastructure, get things squared away. I cannot tell you how happy I am that we got chickens last year. I have a protein source that is giving me fresh eggs every day. Oh, by the way, I got 9 eggs today. I had 11 yesterday. I got 9 eggs today. So I have this source of eggs that are available to me every day. And if I need to, I have a source of chicken, which I don't want to eat my chickens. I love my chickens. I will be honest with you. I would hatch out new chickens before I would eat the old ones. But anyway, it's just, I have 18 chickens. I have 2 roosters and I have 16 hens. So I average, and it's not even warm weather yet. And the best days that we've had so far is like 13 eggs. That's happened a couple times, but it's generally between 8 and 12, on whatever day it may be. Today was rainy and overcast, and it wasn't the greatest day, and we still got 9 eggs. So it's a great source. So you make sure you feed the ones that feed you. So having animals that can do that it's great. Democrats just about train wrecked the virus bill with a bunch of pork added that was removed. Oh, okay. I didn't. You know what? Again, and I'm going to say this for anybody that's newer to the channel that doesn't know. Republican, Democrat, 2 sides of the same coin. Okay, that's my opinion. They are all working for the special interest groups, for the rich. They do not give a crap about the rest of us. They don't. None of them do. So I don't care if you're Republican, Democrat, Independent, whatever affiliation that you associate with. They're only going to watch out for the people that special interest groups, huge money that is going into their coffers to help them get reelected so they can stay in office forever. Just like with those congressmen and senators dumping their stocks just before the crash because they had inside information that it was coming, right? That's part of the game that goes on all the time. Now they're being called out for that. Okay, they're being called out for that, but that just shows you how greedy they all are. They're a bunch of greedy snakes in the grass. And again, my opinion, but that's how I feel. I hate politics. Okay, so it doesn't matter if we have a Republican or a Democrat in the White House. They're never going to watch out for you. Here's a question that I'm going to have out there for all of my viewers of color that watch my channel. Barack Obama in office for 8 years. What did he do for black folks? What did he do to make your lives better? He didn't. He didn't make anybody's life better. Okay. Again, politicians are politicians. They're all snakes. He's probably the richest president we ever had too. I don't know if you guys knew that. Barack Obama was the richest president that we ever had. He has even more money than Trump because he was his adopted father, Satoru. Look it up. Pay attention to that. Because his real name is Barry Soetoro. It's not even Barack Obama. As you guys, anybody that pays attention knows. Again, they're all crooked. Every freaking last one of them. Baroness, amen, Ed. They are all on the same big bed. They are absolutely right. So there's me. Now I'm going to get off my soapbox about politics. I apologize. But I get so tired when everybody wants to attack one party or the other and put the blame there. They're all the same. Prepper Chris 1, we're getting money for the same reasons. Kid get cookies to keep us as hold on a second. To keep us calm. It's an honor to mod for you, and you will always be my hero. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man, and thank you very much for that donation as well. They just, they're going to always try to pacify anything that the government's going to give you for free. It's not free. Who do you think's paying who's going to pay for that at the end of the day? That money. We are. People out there working, making money, paying your taxes every year. When you go to the gas station, you're paying that tax. When you go to the grocery store, you're paying that tax. Unknown source. Hold on a second. Poppy Chulo can make a baby chick, please. Yeah. You know what? I might let one of the hens set. I got to leave some eggs in the box, and one of them may set. But I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll have to. Right now, like I said, I got more than enough chickens. And I'm giving eggs away every day. I give away eggs all the time. So just, because people ask me, what do you do with your eggs? Well, it's not even just the taxpayers. XCO781, it's not just the taxpayers, because it's like anybody that goes out, so here you get your income, you get paid, right? And they take the tax out of your income. Now so you got $600 left. Now you go to the gas station and you get gas. There's tax on your gas. So they're taxing you on something that's already been taxed, right? Then you own your property, and you are forced to pay a school tax and a property tax for your property that's yours, that you own. But you have to pay taxes on it. And if you don't pay those taxes, they're going to take your property away, right? Now you go to the grocery store, and they're going to tax you on that. Anything you go and buy, if you want to go buy that TV or whatever you're going to buy, you get taxed on that as well. And then if you drive on like I-90, okay, New York State Thruway, you're going to pay for the privilege to drive on that highway. Every time you turn around, and then look at all the fees. Your hunting license, your fishing license, and trying to get your pistol permit, all the fees for that. Your registration to drive your car, or for permission to drive your car. Everything, tax, okay? Every time you turn around, we are taxed to death. So don't think anything is for free, because it is not. And that's just me being honest and saying it like it is. So, but again, 100 years ago, a lot of these things we did not have to. And here's what kills me, okay? Why should we have to have permission? I want you to think about this. Why do we have to have permission to do different things? Whatever happened to free will and our God-given right? Whatever happened to that? Whatever happened to shall not infringe on the Second Amendment? And every time you turn around, they're attacking the Second Amendment. They want to add taxes onto this, taxes onto that. They want to tax ammo now. They want to try to get a tax on ammo at 50%. So if you have $100 worth of ammo that you're buying, you're going to pay $150. That's ridiculous. Okay. Oh, well, let's not forget about this. Okay. Now, I'm not a smoker, right? Not I'll smoke a cigar here and there and stuff like that. But if you want to smoke, you're going to pay out the wazoo for that. You got your sin tax for that, because, smoking is so horrible and it's so bad. But more people die from obesity in this country every year than they do from cigarette smoking. Cigarette smoking is a slow death that lasts for a long, long time. The obesity problem in this country is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. Iron Monkey Fist 74, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. So now you guys got me rolling. I apologize. I will get on a roll. I'll get on that soapbox, guys, and it is amazing to me. It is absolutely amazing to me. And you know what? And I'm overweight. I will be the first to say it. I mean, I get called fat and stupid and whatever else all the time. That's fine. I don't care. I'm overweight. But I'm not 100 pounds overweight. I'm not a burden to the system, because I don't go to the doctors. You know what I mean? I don't. And if I hit a certain weight, I look at myself and go, okay, that's it. Now it's time to change that. Now I'm getting at the point of the year with the weather changing. I'm much more active. Weight comes off then. Okay. But, there's no fat tax. I mean, you don't see them, putting a huge tax on all the fast food places. Why not? Why not put a tax on every time you go to McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell or wherever else you're going to go? Okay. Why is there not a tax on that? And then you could actually take that tax money and put it in to the system to help treat people with obesity and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you what, and this true story. And if I'm lying, may my children both drop dead right now. Worked in a nursing home. We had a unit, a floor that was just all morbidly obese people. So what was morbidly obese? All these people were 275 or higher weight-wise. Okay, so I want you to think about this. What do you think about a nurse who quits right now because? Oh, hold on a second. Because a hospital doesn't have the proper PPP gear, and she is afraid of dying and leaving her kids. I wouldn't blame her at all. I would not blame her at all. I think she has every right to do that. If they're not supplying proper equipment, she should quit. Absolutely. I have no issue with that whatsoever. Thank you very much for that donation as well. I appreciate that. So let me get back to my story here, guys. So on this unit, we had these people that were all morbidly obese. Okay. Now, the average weight on this floor was about 450 pounds. So these people didn't get out of bed. They were total care. You had to roll them and change them and all this type of stuff. But here's the kicker. We could not deny them having whatever they wanted to eat. So if it was dinner time and it was time for dinner, they could have 2 and 3 and 4 portions of food. And that was perfectly fine. But who suffers? 2 people suffer. The staff that has to take care of that person, trying to roll that huge morbidly obese person, and the person themselves. You're not helping them. You're not helping them by enabling them. That doesn't help. So that and that's a true story, guys. That's a true story. And that's how sad and that's how messed up our system is. It's a mess. It's an absolute mess. And think about, $4 a pack in Missouri, Stealthy 100s. That you ought to come to New York. They're paying $10 a pack for cigarettes here, and I think more than half of it is tax. So that's just nuts. A friend of mine is a nurse in Atlanta, and she's ready to quit. You know what, guys? I'm going to tell you what. I can honestly say, and I'm being 100% honest with this. I don't know how I did it for 25 years, and I was a CNA for 5 years before that. So I got 30 years in the game. Okay. You get so burnt out in the politics and the bullcrap. In a situation like this, is it worth your life? To me, it's not. It's not worth your life. And it's a mess. It's an absolute mess. So, again, $50 a pack in OZ. Wow, that's crazy. That is just nuts. So it's absolutely not. Well, anyway, so here I'm rolling along, just running my mouth, and we're almost at the end of this. So we're just going to keep going here for a little while. I'm sorry, I get on a roll. Certain things just annoy the crap out of me. They really, truly do. And those are a couple of them. And again, I'm giving you a lot of it is my opinion, what I have seen firsthand. And like with the nursing home stuff, I saw that firsthand, which I thought was absolutely ludicrous. But all these taxes that we have, and people say, oh, let's get the Republicans in, they're the best. No, let's get the Democrats in, they're the best. Neither one of them are the best, guys. Why do you think we have a 2-party system? Because we can play that. They play us against each other. They got us all hating each other, which is so stupid. If we worked together and stood up together and said, we have had enough of this nonsense and these taxes, it would stop. But we never will, because they perpetuate the racism with the media all the time. They want us to all hate each other. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And it's so sad, and it's such a waste. It really is a waste. But again, that's my opinion. So, all right. So Chris is trying to get me to change this topic. Legion? What do you mean, Chris? All right, we're going to do that part now, and then we'll keep going for a little while, okay? So, yeah, and somebody just said, and they laugh at us. Hey, may contain bleach. I like that name. That's awesome. Let's see. First, do no harm. Why would you be overfed obese people? Why would you feed overfed obese people? That's weird. Anyways, great work. Yeah, you know what? I never got that either. And I had many conversations with other nurses about that, and even aides. They just thought it was absolutely nuts. But Cuomo is emailing all nurses to go downstate to take care of the COVID patients. Well, I know they had made a call, and they asked a lot of retirees to come out of retirement to help. And I guess quite a few did. I don't know if they did or not. They said they did, but I don't know if people did or not. I can tell you right now, I will not be one of them. There's no way I'm risking my life There's absolutely no way. Not going to happen, especially when they don't have enough equipment. Oh, and I'm not the one. Believe me, this year, my last job that I had my interview, and they said to me, what are one of your strengths? And I said, well, I'm very organized to a point of being anal retentive and all that type of stuff. And they said, okay. They go, what is your one weakness that you have? And I pointed right here. I went right there. And they all started laughing. And I went, I'm not kidding. I said, I say it like it is, and people don't like that. And that's always the way I would be. But yeah, I was so burnt out with nursing. Very, very tired of it. So I loved what I did. I loved my patients. My patients were awesome, but the politics and the BS and the bureaucracy, I don't miss it at all. Not at all. Not one day do I miss it. So analog synth player, stay closed my gym. It's personal now. Yeah, I know that they're closing everything. And thank you very much for that donation. So I'm going to do this at this point, guys. We are Legion. We are a huge family. We're a whole bunch of us. We're all over the world. And just to put it out there before somebody jumps in the comments and says anything, Legion in the good way, not the bad biblical way. That was one example of Legion in the Bible. Everything else Legion-wise is good to go, okay? So, but we are Legion because we are many. There's a lot of us all over the place. We are the Prepper Nurse One family, okay? We're all over the country. We are all over the world, and there's so many of us, and people have no idea. If we connect and work together, it's unbelievable what we can accomplish. And really, I think we should do that, okay? So where's everybody from tonight? You guys are jumping the gun on me here tonight big time. So, yeah, you guys are jumping the gun, but that's okay. Let's see. We got the UK, Southwest Kansas, Puerto Rico. Let's see, New Jersey, Central Utah, Chicago, Estonia, Hawaii, Oahu, I think, the Big Island, very cool. Let's see, Florida, Ohio again. We have, oh my goodness, okay, California, Indiana, Mississippi, Arizona, Houston, Texas, Twin, Alabama, Massachusetts, and I know I said wrong and don't care, Australia, New Hampshire, Nebraska, Alabama again. We have Tennessee, Philly, Michigan, upstate New York, Daytona Beach, Florida, Detroit, Central Kentucky, North Carolina. Hey, Mac, thank you. Tennessee, Wyoming, Minnesota, South Dakota, Virginia Beach, very nice. Texas, Michigan, Illinois. Let's see, Rochester, New York, New Zealand, very nice. Oklahoma, Northern Georgia. We have the Poconos in Pennsylvania, Nevada, Northern Georgia, Oklahoma, Germany, Idaho. Let's see, the Buckeye State, very nice. Detroit, Idaho, Alabama, Buffalo, New York, San Jose, California. Let's see, we have Utah, Texas, Northeast Nevada, Northern Georgia, Southern Ohio. Let's see, Minnesota, Eastern Tennessee. So, guys, like I said, again, we're all over the country. We're all over the world. We're this huge network of people. And I'll tell you what, again, if we work together and coordinate and do that, nobody could stop us. And we could be a very powerful force. I know we're a small niche group of people in the world. We really are. But honestly, if we work together and make things happen, it'd be unbelievable what we could accomplish. I just saw New Hampshire go by. I hadn't seen that earlier. We have Washington, Ontario, and Canada, Spain, South Carolina, California, Bosnia, Missouri, Queens, New York, Yuba City, California, Rhode Island, Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Let's see, Louisiana. Okay, so anyway, but yeah, you know, we are this big group of people, guys, and we really are, we can make a difference with everything. We really, truly can. And again, I encourage you all to really get on getting those gardens in this year. Let's see, Miss Man, a daughter, Stasia. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong, and I apologize. Columbia, South Carolina. Oh, very cool. Thank you very much, and thank you for that donation. I do appreciate that. I'm sure I butchered your name, and I apologize. So, but yeah, guys, you know, like I said, with everything that's going on, pay attention. be safe. Protect yourselves. If you go out in public, make sure you're wearing eye protection. Make sure you're wearing a mask. Make sure you're wearing gloves. I don't care how many times they tell you don't need to do it. You need to do it because this thing is spreading. That's the scary thing, okay? But we can have some control over it. Protect your families. Prepare the best that you possibly can. I think this is going to be a long, drawn-out thing. That's my opinion, okay? I can't say that for a fact, but I think that's my opinion. Again, get your gardens in this year. Get your gardens in as much as you can. Hold on a second. We have Maya Alexander. Is it possible to raise meat rabbits in an apartment? Wow. It would be smelly, but you could do it, but it would be tough. But yeah, you could do it, but it would be tough. Morgan Davis, Arizona. And how did your family react to your popularity? Well, I'll tell you what, Heather is more embarrassed, to be honest with you. She doesn't tell a lot of her friends that I'm a prepper and that I'm on YouTube and stuff like that. And so, it's not that she's ashamed, but she just doesn't want that. Oh my God, your dad's, a prepper and he's on YouTube and that type of stuff. So it's like that. So, and she's at that age and she doesn't want everybody knowing. And so that's why she kind of keeps it on the down low, but that's okay. But, but for the most part, they're happy that, I do what I do and that I'm ready and it's a good thing. So I think that's always important. Here's the thing, guys, you have to be true to who you are. This is who I am. I'm never going to hide who I am. I'm never going to be ashamed of who I am. If people like preppers or don't like preppers, or if they don't like people that live off grid or whatever judgment that they have, I really don't care. I'm going to give you a great example of why. When you have people that here's a good example. My ex-mother-in-law, when my ex-wife and I first got married, she was going to my ex-wife and she was saying, you need to do this, or he needs to do that, and he needs to do this. And what I told my ex-wife was this, and I said it in a very nice way. I said, listen, either you tell her or I will tell her, and I will not tell her in a nice way. I said, when she pays the bills in our home, then she has say-so in our home. Until that point, she has no say-so in our home. So tell her to shut up and mind her own business. So when people criticize and they say nasty things, you're not living my life. And I really don't care what those people have to say. I really don't, because it's like, that's their judgment. That's their own insecurities or whatever, or because they don't have the guts to do what I'm doing. Not everybody can do it. I'm going to tell you what, there's a lot of people that try to go off grid and do that thing. And I'm not perfect, and I'm not giving myself a hoorah and, oh, I'm so wonderful. I'm not doing that, okay? But it is hard work, and you have to have the right mindset going in and realizing that there's going to be pitfalls, and you're going to have times where you got to suck it up, and it's going to suck, okay? When we moved out here, I told my kids right the very first when we got out here, the first day we got out here, and I said, okay, listen. I said, I'm going to be 100% honest. I said, the first 2 weeks out here are going to suck. I said, but trust me, and I promise you that it will get better. And it has, and it did. But because I'm stubborn and I'm not going to give up, that's part of it too. But, that's the whole thing. You have to have that mental toughness to say, I'm sticking this out and work on it. So, XCO 781, I would do it in a minute. And there's nothing wrong with it. If you want to do that, do it, So, but anyway, guys, I am going to jump off here. We've been going for quite a while, and we finally, on the fifth, I think this is the fifth try, I believe, or fourth, or I think it's fourth try tonight. Craziness. But anyway, we got it in, so that's great. If you have not shot a thumbs up yet, please do. Please also, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and hit that bell icon to get all notifications. And check out Marv's comment. I don't think, what did he say? Hold on, let me see. Is he, let's see. I don't see what he said, guys. I don't know where it is. If somebody could put it up here, what he said, I would appreciate that. I have no idea. So somebody's not saying it. Anyway, guys, I'm going to jump off here for now. Remember, we are all in this together. That is important to remember. Also remember to hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow's not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life, so it's really important to tell the people that you care about every single day how you feel. Also remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only one that can stop you is you. Now, I say that at the end of every one of my videos, but it is so true, because realistically, we have a lot of negativity around us all the time, and people want to put you down. They don't want you to be successful, maybe because they're not successful. They hate when people have that determination and willpower to get it done. Don't let people put you down. Stay positive, follow your heart, follow your dreams. And again, it doesn't have to be prepping. It doesn't have to be off grid. Whatever you're trying to do, follow your heart, guys, and you'll get there. You really will. Again, I want to thank my moderators again for diligently being here every night that I'm on and keeping the chat clean. It means a lot to me. It really, really, truly does. So thank you, guys. Again, get over, check out Marf at Marfugal News, and Adam is awesome. So definitely check him out, guys. Okay. And tell him that I sent you over. So guys, I will see you all later. Have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1 out for now.